So welcome everybody. My name is Dr. Michael Berlin, and I am a holistic chiropractor and nutritionist. I do a unique form of healing called network spinal analysis that blends highly advanced neurological and energy work that clears stress patterns from the nervous system, that clears stress and trauma from the nervous system. I'm also, like I said, a nutritionist, a life coach, and a trained peer facilitator, which stands for Primary Emotional Energy Recovery. And for 30 years, I've been helping people resolve stress and clear, transform stress from their bodies and their lives. And so thank you for coming to the Lunch and Learn. Today's topic is going to be angry at versus angry about. And it's a great topic. I love this, and I'm so glad that you guys are here today. So let me read the description, right? I like to do that to put us all on the same page. And so my description says, are you walking around with some anger towards others or yourself? So many of us walk around angry about this or that, and or angry at this person or that person. But all this just causes stress and conflict for you, okay? Learning to get clear on discerning angry at versus angry about is one of the major keys to breaking free from guilt and conflict forever. So this is a real important topic because, and for the new people, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk a little bit about this topic, and then we're going to take questions at the end, all right? So this is a really important topic because all of us walk around with some degree of unresolved guilt, hurt, anger, shame, fear, things that we're holding in on the inside. And generally, we don't really feel it. We don't know it's there, right? Until something triggers us, until we see something or someone says something that brings up, 20 pounds of emotion for 1 pound of event. So, right, so usually we don't know we're walking around with all this hostility or things going on in us is, hurt, guilt, anger, shame, and fear until something triggers us, right? Or sometimes we know that we're, holding it in, that we have it inside of us because we're just not as happy about something or just not as happy as we want to be. Right? Life is good, but it's kind of rough, or, I'm just not feeling really deep peace and joy and excitement and things. Passionate about things. So sometimes we know that something's bothering us, but we may not know what. And then other times, right, we don't know that we're holding this stuff in, except for the fact that we're compulsively eating, or or compulsively doing some kind of thinking or behavior that we don't want to do, and it's hard to control, right? So when we're doing those things, like eating or being on the phone all the time, or compulsively worrying, or it could be all kinds of things, right? It could be seeking relationships. It could be all kinds of things. It could be alcohol, right, or drugs. And so, because behind all these things is some sort of unresolved hurt, guilt, anger, shame, fear. Something's bothering us, and we're trying to manage it with all these kind of things. But we're walking around with these things, okay? And right, but we need to be able to clear it, and anger and discerning angry at versus angry about is one of the key tools to not accumulating this stuff anymore, right? So let me tell you a quick story that happened to me today about this topic. So we have a Lunch and Learn today, right? It's about this topic, and we created an opt-in just recently, right? So that you have to opt in for this because we'd like you to be on our email list. So, but Carol, thank you, right, brought it to my attention this morning that that the opt-in, there's no link to the, to the Zoom today. So I was upset, right? Or not upset, I was concerned because, we have a lunch and learn today and people are telling me there's no link. How do people get on, right? So my team made a mistake, right? We didn't do the right thing. So I could have, right? I could have been really angry at my team. Okay, the people who created this, I could have been angry at them because it was their responsibility to make sure that this thing works, right? And, that everything is taken care of so that we can have, I trusted that this would go off without a glitch, that everybody would be taken care of, that all the technology and everything would be really great so that we can have a great lunch and learn and it would be all taken care of. So I could have been really angry at them because it didn't quite happen that way. But instead, because of what I'm going to tell you about today, I wasn't angry at them. Okay, I'm angry about or upset, angry/upset, right? There's anger, there's fear, there's sadness, there's whatever in there, but we're calling that all anger for purposes of this discussion. So, but I'm angry about the fact that it didn't happen and that it wasn't a great, a seamless experience for my, for the people who want to come on the program. And so I'm angry about what happened. But as we'll talk about in just a few minutes, I've learned that being angry at those people would have made things a lot worse and it would have been much less productive, right? And I could have gone either way. So that just happened to me today. And so I'm not angry with them. I called them and we fixed it and voila. And we'll make changes as we go along, right? We learn, live and learn. So what happens to most of us, and the reason why we default to angry at versus angry about something, right? Angry at someone versus angry about something, is because we were taught this as children. We were actually taught to do it. Okay, our parents, right? When we did something, let's say you knocked over the milk on the counter, our parents would be, oh, what did you do? Oh God, I'm bad boy, bad girl. What did you do? That was so stupid. Oh, mommy's so upset. I'm so upset with you. Why did you do that? You weren't looking. You were just running around like I told you not to do, and you knocked us over. Wow. And maybe she's angry at me or she pulls her love away, right? Mommy or daddy. And we learn that when something happens that upsets us, we get angry at somebody. Somebody did it. They hurt us. Okay? And so we were taught this because most of life does this when we think about our life as children and kids, right? Because our parents generally do this and act this way because they weren't taught any better. We as children learn how to do this to others and to ourselves, right? We blame ourselves all the time the same way. If I knocked over the milk and nobody was there, I'd go, Michael, you stupid idiot, you weren't looking, and I'm angry at me. So we learn to do this. All right. So that's one reason why we default to angry at versus angry about what happened. And the other reason we default is to protect, and maybe why our parents did it and how they were taught was because to protect our sense of self, right? If I'm in an argument with somebody or something happens with somebody where the words, our conversation isn't as pleasant as I'd like, it wasn't me. It's not me. It was that person. Okay, to protect my sense of self so I feel better about me, right? Maybe I have a little guilt about something, or maybe somewhere in the back of my mind, there's something that was unconscious. But I think you understand what I'm saying. We will also do it to a degree to protect our sense of self, right? I'm a good person, I really am. Don't get mad at me. I didn't do it, you did it. Don't blame me, right? So under angry act is the concept of blame. Because what happens is when we get hurt, right, emotionally hurt, automatically in a heartbeat, we blame. Like I said, mostly because we were taught to. But also our minds are looking for reasons that this happened. It's a survival mechanism, right? If we have emotions, our brain looks for danger out there. Part of our brain is always looking for danger. So part of us is going to look to what happened outside of us and inside of us. So our brain is searching, and then our parents taught us to look outside of us because it was your fault. So this is a natural occurrence, but what happens is when we feel hurt, emotional hurt, we automatically blame. Something did it to us. Now, blame is not, blame is not who did it, right? Blame actually, the blaming that we're doing is actually who I'm holding responsible to fix it. So if you said something that hurt me, right, that I felt emotionally hurt about, well, you hurt me, and I'm not going to feel good until you apologize. But what happens is when we do that, right, you shouldn't have said that, right? You should have been more conscious of where I'm at. You hurt me. You were wrong. But what happens is, unfortunately, when we do that, is what I just did was I gave my power away to that other person or to the situation, right? The reason why I'm upset is the politics in the world. The reason why I'm upset is the weather. The reason why I'm upset is because I don't, whatever, somebody took my job. Okay, we blame all kinds of things, people and things all the time, because that's what we were taught to do. But blame never works, because what happens is when I blame someone or something else for my emotional upset, all of a sudden I've given them my power. Now I've given my power away. Now they have control, or that thing, that person or situation has control over my emotional well-being. And until they change, see things differently, or apologize, or make amends in some way, I'm not going to be happy. Well, like I said, now I'm a victim, to them. And so what happens is now I become like I said, I become a victim to that, and I feel fear is going to grow in me because I lose control over my own life. When the truth of the matter is that I, and I alone, am responsible for my emotional well-being. Only I can create my own upset. The truth is that someone said something. They might have said, I don't like your shirt. And I have a choice on how to respond. Now, I'm not talking about a conscious choice, although I do have a conscious choice. I'm talking about an unconscious choice. My brain can either process it as they don't like me, or I'm no good, or I made a bad choice, or they're saying that I have bad taste, or whatever meaning I make out of it. That hurts me. Then now I get emotional hurt because of the meaning that I made from it. Versus someone says, I don't like that shirt. I could see it as, oh, wow, that's interesting. Tell me about you. What? Oh, you're telling me about you anyway, right? You're saying you don't like the shirt. Oh, what is it about the shirt you don't like? I can't stand twirly things. It makes my head hurt. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Understandable. I guess you don't wear these kind of shirts. No. Okay. That doesn't hurt me. Okay. It depends on the meaning that I make of it. And that's always the case. And I've done other lunch and learns on that. So I'm not going to dwell on that topic, and we'll have questions later. But only I am in charge of my emotional well-being. But when I blame, I give that power away. Okay. And it becomes unresolved because the only way I can resolve it is if that person changes or does something. And so what most of us do is we'll try to control the other person or the situation or something to manage my own emotional well-being. You have to be nicer to me. And then every time they're not the way you want them to be, right, you'll tell them and get angry again and try to control them in some way so that you feel better. And that's generally how most of us live most of our life. Okay, but it started because we blame, and blaming never works. And all it's going to do is accumulate more and more hurt, guilt, anger, shame, and fear. It just keeps piling up because we can't control other people and other situations. We can't control life. The only thing we have control over, okay, the only thing we're in charge of is our own emotional and physical well-being and our choices, which is, the same thing, right? We take care of our physical and emotional well-being through our choices. So understanding this is key. So one of the major tools to stop the insane cycle, right, of hurt, blame, and anger, and hurt, blame, anger, upset, becoming guilt, and accumulating all this hurt, right, is to decipher and learn to decipher between anger at versus anger about, right? So angry at is what I just talked about. I'm angry at you because you did it. And I'm angry because, like we just went through. Anger about, like in my example, is, yes, you said you don't like my shirt, right? And I'm upset. Why am I upset? Okay, well, I'm angry about that, what I'm angry about is that I take that to mean that I have a bad fashion sense. And that's what I'm angry about. That's what I'm upset about. And I'm upset that we're out of communion because I'm thinking that you're telling me you don't like something about me, and now we're out of relationship or out of communion, even just a little, and I want to be close to you. And so I'm angry about that. I'm upset. I thought it was anger. I thought it was anger because you hurt me, and now I'm angry at you. So because I'm trying to protect myself, but the truth is I'm just sad. And what I want, okay, is more to be in relationship with you, to have more intimacy, to be in communion, and I want to see myself as somebody who's got a good fashion sense, who doesn't look funny in the world when I put on things to wear. So it's important to go back to ourselves. What am I angry or upset about? So that I can make choices for myself and take appropriate action. So angry at never works. It didn't work when you were a kid, when your parents did it to you. Maybe it controlled your behavior a little bit because you had to be a good boy or a big good girl and you controlled yourself, or they controlled you. But did you feel good about it? Did you feel good about yourself? Did you learn how to be an independent, self-reliant, high self-esteem person? No. So angry at never works, ever. Right? And really it's a disguise for blame and resentments. Right? Resentments are, things that were left unfinished in our mind that happened between us that I'm still not happy with. They're unfinished or unresolved, and I'm still holding them because they're not finished. They're not resolved. So really anger at is a disguised blame or resentments. And it never works because of all the things we talked about. What works is, is understanding ourselves and the truth of ourselves. And what am I angry about? Because when I decipher and discern what I'm angry about, now, all right, I'm empowered and I'm able to make my own choices, change my decisions, okay, take care of something that I don't like or don't want in life in this moment. So, um, so that's angry at versus angry about. And the coaching that I do with people, you know, I do group coaching, I do private coaching, and the coaching I do with people helps people to get really good, right, at knowing yourself, knowing who I am, what I want, and what I don't want in every moment. Because it is a moment by moment occurrence. What I want changes in every moment, right? And there are certain things that are deeply important to me that never change because it's important to my heart and soul. And so we get to know those things, and we get to know ourselves, and we get to be able to, on a moment by moment basis, learn how to stop blaming, right? And start, and to clear our resentments and stop blaming and start understanding what I want and what I don't want in every moment. Because that's really the way life is meant to be in a healthy way. All life is a buffet. Things are coming to us all the time, right? Life keeps moving along, it never stops, and things are coming to us. People, things, situations come to us all the time. And really, if I'm very healthy in my own heart and mind, right, and I have the, you know, I'm going to make choices for myself, what I want, what I don't want. If I make the wrong choice, right, so I say, you know what, I want that, and then I go get that or do that, and then it doesn't feel right to me, and I decide I don't want that, and I go, oh, new moment, nope, I really don't want that. I only wanted part of that. I don't want the whole thing. Make a new choice. And if I'm healthy, I can do that, and I can speak to others and say, I'm sorry, when when you told me you didn't like my shirt, you know, that I got hurt for a moment, right? Because whatever, because I thought you were putting me down. But are you putting me down? You know, you could start to speak your passionate truth, speak your truth. So we teach people how to do that and how to just be real in the moment. What's really happening? Oh, no, you were just talking about yourself. Great. Thank you so much for clearing that up. Yeah. And anyway, but the key, right, because I keep these brief and I hope very beneficial, but the key is always to know thyself, to come back to me and to know that I, okay, am the creator in my own life. And even though we all know that intellectually, there's a 5-point process to be able to know it in every fiber of your being, mentally, emotionally, energetically, okay? And that's what we teach people, how to be the change we want to see in the world. Because it's not about, it's not about doing things differently. It's about who we're being in the world, and who we're being is based on our beliefs, right? And how we process information, like we're talking about today, and always knowing that I am the creator. And what is this, and how do I be authentic in this moment? So, okay, so I hope this was valuable, and I hope you really got an understanding of anger at versus angry about, right? Sum it up, there's never a reason for anger at. If you're ever angry at someone or something, right, stop. It's true, find what you're angry about. And what you're angry about is something that the anger about is pointing to something that you want. Underneath every frustration, underneath every upset, is something that you want. Some people say, Harville Hendrix says it's a hidden wish. under every upset. And so it's a matter of finding that. Okay, and there's ways to do that because it's, that's a whole different talk, right? To truly, because sometimes we know and sometimes it's so deep we can't find it yet, or I'm still guilty about this, so I can't get past, the guilt. And anyway, so we help people dig that out if needed. But you can take what I said today and start using it. Okay, I'm actually having an event in my office on December 12th. Everybody's invited. Okay, whoever wants to come. I'm all, it's going to be a small group that we're working with individually to really help people to learn all these skills in order to really start to live the truth of who you are. And that's the key to what I say, live the miracle that you truly are. Okay, on a very deep level. Not faking it, truth, right? So December 12th, we're doing that. We're only taking 15 people, so it's going to be a very small group. I want to do personal attention for everybody. It's December 12th, okay? Registration, it's at our office. We call it Transforming Inner Conflict and Stress into Deep Peace, Love, and Passionate Authenticity Forever. Okay, and that's what we do. And you'll learn to transform your mindset, right? To truly forgive yourself and others so that you can really let go. Will help you to live in the present, learn to live in the present moment, because that's the only places where our authentic choices are. Will teach you how to know your deepest values and speak your passionate and compassionate truth, and how to take your power back, like we talked about before. Okay, so it's a one-day event. I hope you guys can come. It's going to be transformational, December 12th, right? Registration will be open tonight. We'll have the registration page open, so it'll be open tonight. Okay. You can always come to these lunch and learns. And also, I'm going to put into the chat, if you're interested in these lunch and learns and to find out more about the event that we're doing, the one-day event. Oops, sorry, I'm just doing this. I'm going to put in the chat how to get on our email list, right? And then you'll find out about everything we're doing. We have a newsletter every week too that we do that has recipes, but always a health tip, and it's really great. So it's Dr. Mike Berlin. I'm going to put in the chat .com/peace. Okay, so it's there. And you can get on our email list. If you do that also, you'll also get my three-part video, free three-part video on blaming, where we go into a lot deeper on blame and how not to blame and what it is. Okay, so you can get that as well. All right. So I think that's everything. I hesitate on these calls because I want to go so deep into this topic, but we need to keep it a little briefer. But please, what questions do you have about anything I said, about how it can apply to you or how you can apply it to some situation in your life? I'm open for questions.
Okay. So there's two reasons why I got on today. Well, I've been at your office once. I met you once through Carol, and Carol forwarded me, always forwards me your information. But the other thing was, I'm not a very angry person. I don't get angry often. But yesterday I was angry, and I showed it, and it was, and just to get this email today, it sort of fell in my lap about the difference, which I never thought about the difference about angry about and angry at. And I'm trying to think like why I was angry at a company that wasn't responding to me when they said they would, and I was angry at them because I wasn't able to do my work for a new client that I was nervous about. So I was angry about, that's what I was angry about, being anxious about giving a good impression for my brand new client that I needed to help based on this company getting back to me. I did take a break. I said, I got off the line or whatever I was holding for. I got off the line. I took a breath. I started to make dinner. I started to feel better. And I was able to resume the issue and figure it out. And then it's funny because today the client's still a client, but they said we don't need what we needed yesterday so quickly. So the whole rush thing like ended up being nothing and worked out, which usually does. So I just wanted to mention that. And just something off point, but since I registered for the email, I had to enter my email address. Aren't I on your list now?
Oh, for this? Probably, yes.
Yeah, so I don't have to resubscribe. Okay.
I don't think so, yeah. I mean, again, this is the first time we're doing it, so hopefully it'll work, but yes, I don't think you have to register again.
Okay.
If you'd like to get that free 3-part video, you can do that. Okay, and that'll be great.
Okay.
Okay, so thank you, Sue. And so did this talk today help you to with that situation at all? Did you gain further insight or anything?
Yeah, I did. I did. After listening to you, I realized the issue, right, the issue was with me.
Got it.
So
Cool.
what did you realize? Can you repeat that?
The issue was with me and how I handled the situation. You know, being anxious and blaming the company for not getting back to me and doing what they should be doing in order for me to do my own work. I can
No.
control it. You know.
Okay, I guess I'm having a little bit of challenge with, Michael, is it okay if I share?
Of course.
Okay, so
I mean, I don't know what
these
you're gonna
lunches
share,
and
but
learns have been like amazing. Because they are about being authentic. But this one I'm having a little bit of trouble with because I feel like, Sue, you have every reason to be angry at a company that's holding you up. And I feel like not to act out on it, but to kind of, you know, I feel like we're going a little bit backwards. I think it's important to be angry and express the feelings to somebody, maybe not to them, but to they are the ones that are holding you up. So I'm not sure why you should be angry at yourself.
I'm not angry at myself. I just understood why I was feeling that way. And I was able to pull myself away from the situation that kept me, that made me more grounded instead of staying in that anger moment.
I love this conversation. Okay.
Okay, are you gonna love the next one? Sue,
Hold
are you
on,
finished?
hold
When you're
on.
finished, I'll go.
I love this conversation because we're so steeped in angry at, right? That it has to be something, them, that, the other thing, okay? That Carol said, well, why are you angry at yourself? You know, and you said, I'm not angry at myself because angry at is an illusion. Angry at is only something we were taught that doesn't work. And it's not based in reality. When you spilt the milk when you were a kid, you're not a bad girl. You just spilt the milk. Maybe you didn't realize. Maybe you were, you know, just not being, maybe you were being rambunctious, but is that bad? Is that wrong? No, someone judged that and we took on that judgment. But is it true? No, it's not the truth. So angry at Carol is never real.
I disagree. I really disagree.
Great.
Sometimes you're just angry at something somebody did and you
Give me
need
an
to feel it.
example.
Okay, I'll give you an example. I'm going to be real. I spend a lot of time helping you to get this program off the ground. I was angry that people didn't get the link until the last minute because that, you know, they don't take this seriously if they get the link at the last minute. And I'm putting hours and hours into trying to help. Sue, you know how many emails you get from me, correct? And it just negates my efforts and I'm angry.
What are you angry about?
Do you see the externalities of getting a link really late? It negates my efforts. I don't have time to fuck around, honestly. I've got to generate my own income for me. If I'm being really real, and I spend hours working on it for you, and I just link at the last minute doesn't work, you see.
What was it, link to register or the link to get in? Because I didn't have a problem.
Link to get in.
Oh, okay.
I mean, no offense to anyone, but it just, there are effects of getting the link late, you know?
So Carol, who are you angry at?
I'm just angry. I don't know.
She's angry.
I don't
know.
I guess I'm angry at you a little bit for being cavalier about it because it affects me.
So
And
you're
affects
angry-
the efforts
So you're angry at me.
for being cavalier about the fact that there are other people involved here. I'm marketing you. And I put hours into trying to get people here, and they don't take it seriously if they get a link an hour before. I just don't think it has the effect of then being really organized about the event, that this is an event.
Thank you for sharing, Carol. That's great. Thank you. Thank you for being real with me. That's the only
Yeah,
place we
that's
can
what-
find. That's the only place we can find resolution is in reality, right?
Right.
There's no God higher than truth. Okay,
Right.
and the truth shall set us free, and that's the only thing that will.
Right.
So, and
Write it
this
down.
this work that I do is all about living in the truth. Okay,
Right.
and our truth. So, Carol, right. So, do you mind going through this a little bit with me?
Okay.
Is it true that I'm cavalier?
About the effect on me, sometimes I feel yes.
Is it true in this case?
I don't think you thought it through that I've been marketing you and it's, well, I've written to you saying I need the link. I need the link. So I don't know. I don't know. You tell me if it's true.
Well, what I'm trying to say, and so you wrote to me, right? And what did I write back?
Here's the link, but it was like an hour before. And
I wrote back before that.
okay, what? It's still the same day, Michael. It's still the same day. This has got to be put together before the last day if it's going to be successful.
So, Carol, the other thing is, so we were still answering the question, is it true that I was cavalier, right? You're angry at me because I was cavalier and I didn't respect your time or appreciate your efforts. Did I get it?
I think that you're not realizing the effect it has on me when things are done very late.
Gotcha. So you're angry at me because I don't recognize the effect it has on you when things are not done the way it would be better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, did I know that it wasn't going to be done right?
I think things have been late with these events. So maybe, you know, no offense to anyone again, but I think that we need to get the word out way before. We need to get it together before for it to be
Carol,
successful.
Carol, the point I'm trying to make is, right, is that you're angry at me. Well, angry at me, how will that make a change?
I need, if all your work is about being authentic, then if I'm angry, I need to feel the anger and express it. And that's what I'm doing now.
I agree. Be in the truth of what you're experiencing.
Right.
No one's saying anything about that. But being angry at me because you're feeling unappreciated or not considered, or both, okay, is just untrue. Okay, it's an illusion because it's not what happened. Okay, this morning you emailed me and said, "Where's the link?" I said, "I don't know." I went and investigated. I was on the phone, okay, a lot this morning trying to work this out because you brought it to my attention, which I had no idea. I thought it was done. Then, okay, on this call, the first thing I said was, one of the first things I said was, "Thank you for bringing it to my attention." When I did my example, and I said I could have been angry at the people who did it, right, or who didn't do it, but instead I was angry about, because being angry at them, okay, will only disempower me, You being angry at me will only disempower you. All right. But if you're angry about or upset about, angry, upset, same thing, right? That it wasn't done right. And maybe some people wouldn't have, seen it. But I think what really upset you from what I heard, and you tell me if this is true or not, is that you're feeling unappreciated and not considered. You do a lot of work. And what you don't want, right? That's why you're feeling angry about this, right? What you don't want is that, and what you do want is to be considered and appreciated for all the effort you put in.
True. And and I want you to be successful. And I feel like if we have this timeline, if we can get this together where things are gotten together earlier than even a day or so, like to get this together. I'm frustrated because I want more success for you. I want to see more people on this call. I had a lot of people on we had a lot of people on Friday on my call, and I want that for you too, Michael.
I appreciate that. What we're talking about today is, though, see, these are things that you're angry about. These are things that you want. You being angry at me doesn't help. It only hurts you and me. Okay? Being not angry at, you see, angry at is, Michael, you should have done this. Michael, it shouldn't be this way, and you did it wrong.
That's not me.
Then what are you saying?
It just needs to get it together before. That's what I just
Right, you
want.
should have done it before. See, Carol,
It should have been gotten together before, yeah.
here, let me show you the healthy way, right? The healthier way. The healthier would be like, oh, Mike, I'm so sad and frustrated about this. I want to get this out to so many people and the technology's not working. All right, please, we need to be, is there a way that you can check out before it happens what's really going on? Because once we get here, it's late and it's affecting so many people. It's affecting you, it's affecting others, right?
Okay, but Michael, the whole point of your workshops, which are extraordinary, is that it's about being authentic. I had anger too. It wasn't just sad. I had anger, and we heal when we can really feel what we feel and express it.
I'm not telling you not to feel things. Did I ever say don't feel your emotions?
Well, you're saying to
I
switch
ever
the
say-
anger to sadness. It wasn't particularly.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I said what would be more authentic, and I did say frustrated. Okay, I said sad and frustrated, assuming it was frustration rather than anger. The
It's
key,
both.
Carol, there's a difference. What I hear a little bit, there's a difference between, let me express myself, okay, and being angry at. Angry at has blame. You should have. It needs to be different. You need to fix it. Okay? And if you don't, I'm going to be upset. You have to control me in order to be emotionally happy. So what I'm saying is, what I'm saying in this workshop is lose that I have to change. Because it's not me, okay? It might be somebody on my team, okay, that just needs to realize something, okay? But something was wrong in the system, and I'm saying, be honest about it. Yeah, I don't like what happened today. It doesn't feel good to me. I get angry about it. I get upset. Number one, because I'm bringing in all this meaning. One of them is that I'm unappreciated. Another is that I'm unconsidered. Another is that we're going to maybe lose audience and all this stuff. And so all this stuff comes in and I get upset about this. But if everybody's doing their best, right? We're just doing our best in our busy lives. Who's responsible to fix it? Like, who's at fault? Who's the bad one?
Michael, you know that's not me. You know that's not me.
But angry at, you see, I don't know. I'm trying to, it doesn't help.
Sue, hang on a second. Sue, do you have any comments? Do you have anything that would be helpful for us?
Well, first I'm just trying to figure out, I didn't have any problem. So I'm wondering, I just want to know about this link thing. It was the link after people registered?
No, I'll cut in here. So what happened is we've done an automation to Dr. Mike's Lunch and Learn. So what basically happens is you'll get an email about, so on Facebook, we changed the registration link so that you have to sign up for the link. And that was just purely so that we can start getting clients' emails so that we can share the What to Eat Wednesday and all the emails with them. So that's basically what that was. And you're supposed to register in order for you to receive the email about the event. And then on that email, it's supposed to say that you'll get the Zoom link an hour before the event. And the reason we did that is because we want people to opt in and not just give the Zoom link straight away.
Okay.
But we have changed it now, and you will be getting the Zoom link on the first email that is sent. The only reason we did it that way is because we just wanted more people to join.
After someone opts in, they get the Zoom link
Yeah,
straight
so
away.
now we've done it that way.
Yeah, so what does it matter if it's 15 minutes before or an hour before or a day before? I like to get it right before so that it reminds me I'm supposed to get on this call.
Yeah, that's why we did it that way. But I don't know, Carol and Dr. Mike don't want it that way. So we've changed it now.
Thank you. And I don't mean to, create a problem. I just really, honestly, I just want this is great work and I just want it to get out.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. I don't mean to play hardball. What's your name?
Janine.
Yeah, Janine, I'm sorry. I don't mean to play hardball. That's not who I am. But I send out to a network of like 5,000 people. And I'm in between yoga classes today, and I'm having to send out the link in between the classes. It just, it's just, if it could be done like a couple of days before, it would be so helpful.
Yeah, so what we've done is you have to opt in on the link in order for, and the only reason we've done it that way is so that we can get more email addresses.
Wow.
And I mean, anyone that has a coaching business, obviously that's the way you want to run it so that you get more emails. So that's basically why we've done it that way. And the only reason we did the hour before is, as Sue said, is because people lose the links. And a lot of people were coming back to us on the previous one saying that they can't find the link and the link's not there. So that's why we did it an hour before. But we have changed it now that it will go out in the first email after they opt in. So you'll get that email with the link as well as the email before, an hour before, with the link as well.
That's great. I have yoga students.
I have to go on a 1 o'clock call.
Okay, yeah, I have to go soon too. I have yoga students that are like, where's the link?
Thank you, Sue.
If we don't get
You're
it to
welcome.
them, they don't take it seriously. Thank you, Sue.
You're welcome. I'll see you.
Okay, that's great. It looks like everything's been fixed. So that's
Carol?
great.
There's only one thing that has not been fixed. Okay? I was not talking about what happened and what we need to do, okay, to fix the technical problems.
Oh, sorry, Dr. Mike, I didn't want to interrupt. I just wanted to let everyone know.
It's okay. People love to talk about what needs to be done, and let's get it done the way I want it, and you know what, it should be that way anyway, and it's the right thing to do, but I want it that way, and then if I get what I want, I'm happy.
Yeah.
But what I'm talking about here, and what my work is about, okay, is to be happy no matter what. Doesn't mean you don't feel your emotions, doesn't mean you're not angry and upset and want something and, don't let frustrated or feeling unappreciated. But find peace in yourself when that's happening and stay empowered. And so, Carol, what I'm suggesting, and just try it on, okay, is that if you change things from angry at, if you stop being angry at someone or something, that they did it wrong, or they did something that you don't like, they did something that upset you. Okay, and look at it as, no, I'm just upset about something. What am I upset about? Now, it could be that Dr. Mike forgot something. It could be that Janine didn't think about it. It could be all of those things. But it's much less important to your empowerment and your peace, okay, of who did it, than what is it that I want? What am I, okay, upset about? And what do I want? What am I
Okay,
upset?
so in response, and Janine, hear me out too, I'm always about the higher purpose, okay? Always about the higher purpose. This is great work. I want more to be exposed to it. Okay, so that's also where the frustration comes from. I'm not about me a lot, you know. It's not like I'm out to blame anyone or get anyone in trouble. That's not me, but there's a higher purpose here.
So Carol, what's the difference between anger at and angry about?
One is about a person, one is about, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, got it. Okay, so I understand. So either I didn't do a good job today, okay, which is a possibility.
Not about all.
No, wait, no, I'm not talking about that either. See, this is the nitty gritty, Carol, and if you want a coaching session, boy, we probably need one. Okay, because this is the nitty gritty of what I go through with people and why we have to change our minds. How we see things is the most important thing. Okay.
But I'm not about to blame. That's not my motive, you know?
What,
I got a higher purpose and it's getting in the way if I can't get it to more people on time.
so what?
What's that, Michael?
So what? And it's getting, I have a higher purpose and it's getting in the way. What's getting in the way?
Just not being able to give them advance notice that people are on a million Zoom calls. They have to know to carve out time for this one.
So it's getting in the way of something. What's it getting in the way of? Just make it clear for me again.
Of our success.
Okay. So are you angry about something or are you angry at someone?
I mean, there is, I guess I'm angry about, I guess, I don't know.
Right,
I
you're
just-
angry about it. So why are you angry at me then? You said you were angry at me before.
It's not about anyone. It's that I want this to be more successful.
Correct. It's not about anyone, it's that you want it to be more successful. So it's about that you want it to be more successful. Is that true?
Yep.
Then why did you say you were angry at me before?
Because I feel like over the past weeks, we just I haven't gotten enough time so that people take it seriously and carve out time and get into a groove and show up. And I think getting the link, yeah.
Why are you angry at me? If that's true, then why are you angry at me?
Because you want it to be successful. And I feel like if you would realize the importance of getting a link to people earlier, it would bring more people to the call.
So you're angry at me because I didn't realize that getting to the link earlier, that's why you're angry at me, because I didn't realize that.
I mean, I hear all this and I'm okay. Let's not.
No,
stay.
Carol, this is for your own empowerment. You're getting a free coaching call right now.
I know. I get it. I understand.
No,
I just think we need to feel the feelings, express the anger, and then move on.
wrong, because you'll keep feeling them again. Carol, what came into this, what infused into your upset was not feeling considered and appreciated, okay, was a whole bunch of things that disempowers you. And what I'm saying is, because none of that is true.
Okay.
So getting clear about angry about versus angry at is critically important for you, Carol. And one of the reasons that you're not seeing it, and I'm trying to help you see it, and you will in a moment, okay, and you're starting to see it, is because you were mixing them up. You like everybody does. Okay, you were putting them together like there's some reason. So look, you were angry about, right? That you want to get this out and it's not getting out as fast as. Okay, so and you feel like, whether it's true or not, it might be true, it may not be true, that I don't hold it as important as you, or something like that. And so you assume that. So and being angry at me because of something you assumed, okay, is just causing you stress and conflict, and me now, and between us. It never works. Okay, you know, because what got brought into it, I'm angry about that it's not getting out there, and I feel unappreciated, and I don't think you do this, and I think, and all that just created a whirlwind of emotion, of anger that we project to someone else or something else for all the reasons I said before. To protect our own sense of self, because that's how we were taught when we were kids, for all those reasons. But it only causes stress and conflict for you, for me, and in your relationships. So try it on for the week. Never be angry at anyone or anything. They're not to blame. They're not the villain, and you're not the victim. Okay? You're just realizing something that you want, that you're angry about, that you're upset about, and you want change. What change do I want, and how do I how do I accomplish that change in the most cooperative, loving, empowered way? Efficient, cooperative, loving, and empowered way.
Okay.
For all concerned.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. And to add to that, and be emotionally honest. I'm freaking angry about this. You know, Dr. Mike, do you appreciate what I do for you? Yes, Carol, very much. Oh, Dr. Mike, did you know that this was like this? No, Carol, I didn't. I'm sorry. Well, did you think about change? You know, did you think about trying it out? Because this is really important. You got to try it out first. Say, I'm sorry, Carol. I'm very busy during my life, you know, with my practice and everything. And I thought the instructions were clear, and I was clear with my team. So you're right, Carol. I would like it to be better too. I worked all morning on it.
Good to know.
You see, rather than it's not that you said that. It's that your mind thought that. And if your mind thinks that, it just creates stress and conflict for you because you become the victim. You get it? God bless you. That's the miracle of this work.
As long as we can continue to express, I'm good.
Carol, what did I say? Did I say we could?
Yes.
Authentically, without harming yourself or others. Oh, there's another layer. I tell everybody, authentic expression without harming yourself or others. Oh, crap. I'm so used to blaming and aiming my arrows at somebody else and pushing back and whatever, that. How do I do that? That's the skill to creating peace, love, and authentic, passionate authenticity in a win-win society where we're cooperative and interdependent, respecting each other and creating love and synergy. Whoa, but it takes in this lesson, separating anger act, which encompasses blame and ego and protection, versus to anger about, and now how do I be cooperative to fix, to get what I think is right.
Okay,
Okay?
I got it. Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you, Carol. Practice, 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 practice. We're having that one-day event. You'll see stuff about that very soon. Okay?
Okay, Michael, send me information, about that too. Okay, you guys?
You're gonna get it all.
Okay, thank you.
And thank you so much for how much you love us and are promoting what we do.
Yes, you're very welcome.
Okay? All right. God bless. Enjoy your day.
Okay, you
Thank you.
too.
Thank you, Janine.
Thanks, Janine.
Pleasure. I'm sorry again, but it's sorted out now.
All right.
Good.
Thanks.
That's
All right.
great. That's great.
All right. Bye,
Have a
guys.
good day.
You too.
Bye-bye.